Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football. In this one, let's talk about the best goalkeeper picks for our UCL team. So, the goalkeepers range from 4 million to 6 million. So, there's 4 million, 4.5, 5 million, 5.5, and 6 million. So, I've decided to pick three different price range. So I'm going to pick one from the premium picks, so 6 million goalkeeper, one of them, and then I'm going to pick one around the 5 million budget range, and then the last one will be a 4 million budget option in terms of the goalkeeper. So a lot of goalkeepers to choose from. As always, it's very hard to get one that balances with the other goalkeeper, because you need goalkeepers who are playing on Tuesday and on Wednesday. For the first match, it's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so that helps us a lot. That's even better, but you can't have three goalkeepers, you can only have two. So it's very tough to get a goalkeeper that balances with another that you feel like they're great, they're going to keep clean sheets, they're going to make saves, and they fit your budget perfectly, and they also rotate well the different goalkeeper. It's very hard. There's going to be somewhere where they're going to have their fixtures colliding, so obviously don't worry about that one. As long as at least one of them keeps a clean sheet and you choose the right one, then that is absolutely fantastic. So before going into it, make sure to join the league. There's the code scrolling down the bottom. That's capital R, then capital L, then I, then D, then 6. So it's also in the description. Make sure you join and we can compete. There's already other videos out talking about budget options, hidden gems, and all that. Make sure to check that one out as always. So let's start with the first one, and that is the premium option. The most expensive goalkeepers are 6 million, and the one that I've gone for is Jan Sommer. 6 million. He's currently 15% owned, and he obviously plays for Inter Milan. Last season, he was absolutely phenomenal. I think I had him out of the 17 match days, like at least 15, 16 match days, maybe even from the beginning of the season, and he did not disappoint at all. Already know how good Inter Milan defense is. Last season, the end of last season, obviously they were conceding a bunch of goals to the likes of PSG, but overall, they still have a good defense. And Akanji, they've added Akanji into the team. They're still scoring goals. I've seen Dumfries scoring for his country. I've seen Bastoni scoring for his country, and they're definitely going to keep clean sheets. And Jan Sommer is an absolutely fantastic option. I think last season he was 5.5 million, not really 6, but I think he's actually worth that extra 0.5 million. So the first 4 fixtures are very, very good for Inter Milan as well. So we'll come to that. But last season, Inter Milan were absolutely fantastic in the group phase. In the league phase, they played 8 games. They kept 7 clean sheets. They only conceded 1 goal, and that was to Leverkusen. They didn't concede to the likes of Man City, to the likes of Arsenal. They kept clean sheets in all of those games. And Jan Sommer was an absolute gem as well in those games, making crucial saves and keeping his team in the game. So far this season, he's kept 1 clean sheet in the 2 games that they've played, and on top of that, he's made 7 saves in those 2 games. So if he keeps a clean sheet, you're looking at least a 7-pointer, or maybe even sometimes an 8-pointer. So I think the least number of points Sommer is going to give you is, on a bad day, maybe 3 points. I don't think you can see Sommer getting you like a minus or 0. That means he'll have to get like a yellow card or concede 4 goals in a game. I know they did that against PSG, but they're not going to play against PSG every single day. So Jan Sommer is a fantastic option. Now, on top of that, on top of everything that I've said, his fixtures are absolutely fantastic. Ajax away in the first game, Slavia Prague in the second game at home, Union SG away from home in the third game, and Cairo in the 4th game. I don't think there's anyone who has better fixtures to start the Champions League campaign than this one. Ajax away, Slavia at home, Union away, and Cairo at home. In those 4 games, they will concede goals, yes, but hey, they conceded only 1 goal in those 8 games last season, so they might even keep 4 clean sheets in these games. I'd say there's definitely 2 clean sheets there guaranteed for sure. You're definitely going to get at least a 6-point in 2 of those games. Maybe he's going to make a save somewhere. I don't think he's going to pick up player of the match anywhere unless that other team really attacks them, a Kairat or a Union SG. But you're looking at least 2 6-pointers there, and maybe even a 7-pointer. So the worst out of that, you'd expect maybe 2 points, 3 points in one of those games. But those are very fantastic fixtures for Jan Sommer. And last season, he was able to pick up player of the match several times. He was able to make saves and keep a lot of clean sheets. So I think he's an absolute fantastic option. You're going to have to pay 6 6 million for him. And it depends. Do you want to double up or triple up? If you already have Dumfries or Bastoni up front, do you really want to go for 2-3 options? I don't think it's a bad idea this time round, especially if you're playing a limitless in match day 2 or match day 3. Could also work out for Jan Sommer, and I think it's just a fantastic pick. Now, for example, if the other goalkeeper that you pick is playing on the same day as him, maybe 3 times out of the 8 match days, I don't think that is a big deal, because you'd still play Jan Sommer and still hope for a clean sheet in those games, especially the first 4 match days. That is absolutely perfect. The goalkeeper who rotates well with him is De Gregorio from Juventus, but they're still going to be somewhere where they're going to clash in terms of fixtures being on the same date. But I think the first 4 match days, if I can remember from the top of my head, maybe they clashed maybe once. So that is a great pick. Now, in that range of goalkeepers, if you want a goalkeeper from 5.5 million, then you can go for David Raya. But I really do love Jan Sommer's fixtures better than anyone else. Now, let's go to the second pick, the mid-range goalkeepers. That is 5 million. And I've gone for Gregor Kobel from Dortmund. He's currently owned by 9% and is only going to cost you 5 million. Now, I don't expect the same number of clinches from Dortmund as Inter Milan in the season. Inter Milan definitely keep more clinches, but Kobel has been absolutely fantastic for Dortmund for a number of years now. Now, this season so far, he's made 12 saves in 3 matches, exactly what you want here. If a keeper makes 6 saves and the keeper clean sheet, you're looking at a very sweet 8-pointer there for sure. And 2 clean sheets so far this season for him. Last season in the Champions League, the Dortmund kept 5 clean sheets. So those are also good numbers. It's not like they were conceding every single game. Sometimes they were conceding a bunch of goals, but most of them were when they played against Barcelona and Real Madrid. They're not going to play those teams every single time. But Kobel is a fantastic pick for 5 million. He picked up 46 points last season, and I think it could work out great for him. I think it would be perfect for him. Now, he does have some tough fixtures here and there, obviously, but again, in the Champions League, how I usually look at the Champions League is I don't usually expect a lot of clean sheets from Champions League teams, unless you're going for Inter Milan players or Arsenal players or Liverpool players, and those ones are going to be expensive. But if you go for a 4.5 million defender, 5 million defender, 5 million goalkeeper, you're not expecting 8 clinches from 8. There you're expecting or hoping for at least 3 clinches and then maybe a penalty save somewhere. Last season, I think I didn't go for De Gregorio and everyone went for him. I don't remember the goalkeeper I went for, but I remember he saved a penalty in one of the matches. I think it was match day 1 or match day 2, and I was absolutely excited because when a goalkeeper saves a penalty, it absolutely boosts you to the to the top, especially in match day 1. If your goalkeeper saves a penalty, then it's absolutely fantastic. So for Kobel, you're not really you're hoping for a couple of clean sheets, but you're not expecting 5 or 6 clean sheets at all. That is not what you're expecting. But either way, he's a very good goalkeeper. He's going to make saves. And if you take a look at his fixtures, in match day 1, he has Juventus away, and then he's playing Bilbao on Copenhagen in match day 2 and match day 3. After that, it gets difficult. His fixtures are well balanced, I guess. He has a tough one at the beginning, and then a couple of easy ones, and then a tough one, and then a couple of easy ones, and then a couple of tough ones. So in order, it's Juventus away, Bilbao at home, Copenhagen away, Man City away from home, Villarreal at home, Bodo Glimt at home, Tottenham away, and Inter Milan at home. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets at least 3 clean sheets there, and is a very good goalkeeper. And Dortmund, you'd expect them to be at least in the top 10 maybe. So let's see how he does. I think is a good option for 5 million. If you don't want to go for him, you can go for Vicario from Tottenham, who also has good fixtures. Just like Kobel as well. And Tottenham actually do really have good fixtures, but it depends. If you're going for someone like a Poro, I wouldn't really double up on Tottenham's defense. You can if you can't afford the Tottenham defenders, then you can go for their goalkeeper. For Kobel, I don't think many people will be going for their defenders, but if you're going for one of their defenders like Schlotterbeck or something, then you can ignore Kobel. But if you do want Kobel, 5 million is what he's going to cost you. Now, the last option, 4 million range, I've gone for Alex Merritt. He's only going to cost you 4 million and is 5% owned. He plays for Napoli, and Napoli so far this season, 2 games, 2 clinches, things you love to hear. Now, Last season in 34 league games in Serie A, as on their way to being champions, he kept, and Napoli kept 17 clean sheets. So those are very, very good numbers. His fixtures do match well with Vicario as well, the guy we've just talked about in the mid-range. If you're not going for Corbel and you're going for Vicario, his fixtures do go well with Merit. So you'll have to pay a total of like 9 million there. And for me, I usually try to do that in terms of goalkeepers. I don't like spending like 10, 11 million. If I'm going for Soma, then I would probably go for like a Merit, but the problem is the fixtures collide a lot. So it's very difficult to go for Soma and then you get a good 4 million goalkeeper that has a well-balanced fixtures, a goalkeeper that you want. But I think the best way to go this season is to go for one mid-range goalkeeper and then one budget goalkeeper. So I think Vicario and Merit could be a fantastic option. I probably won't go for Vicario. I just don't trust Tottenham's defense that much. And I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't think I'm going to be sitting down and hoping for a Tottenham clean sheet. But for you who has no bias at all in this category, then you can definitely go for Vicario, and Alex Merit fixtures go very, very well. And Merit is only 4 million, and Napoli's defense is fantastic. And Napoli's fixtures, they do have a tough one in match day one against Man City. But after that, Sporting at home, PSV away, Frankfurt at home, Karabag at home, Benfica away, Copenhagen away. So that is a stretch of 6 fantastic fixtures for Napoli, where I'd expect them to keep at least 3 clean sheets there. And who knows, maybe they even keep a clean sheet against Man City in match day one, or if not, he probably makes a lot of saves in that match against Manchester City. So Alex Merit, fantastic option. Definitely an option to look at. And those are the 3 goalkeepers that I've chosen. And those are the others that I've mentioned, like Ryan, Vicario, that you can also go for, that are not bad options at all. Those are the ones I have chosen. So in case you want other budget options and Alex Merit is not enough for you, click on the video on screen right now to take a look at the other budget options in other positions that I've chosen from this season's UCL Fantasy. Hit the like button if you learned anything new in this video and if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.